Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to some more F1 22 and another part of our My Team career mode with Brawn GP. Today we have the Hungarian Grand Prix. We have gone past the halfway point of the season and we are in very, very good form. We've scored points in the last 4 races. Of course, last time out we had another safety car glitch, as we've been calling them, and it just completely jumbled up the order in the last 3 laps. And yeah, I mean, you know, I've seen it in the comment section from you guys. It's just not good enough, is it? From EA and Codemasters this year. Far too many glitches, but at the very least, it's making things interesting, and you never know what's going to happen. And it'll make it even more special if we do go on and win championships with the team towards the end. Obviously, Nico Hulkenberg had a very strong debut, would have scored a boatload of points, but he was robbed in the end. But we managed to cling on for 10th place, and once again, doing good things this season. We have got some reaction training penciled in. Our R&D upgrades, we should have, at the very least, the rear wing upper flap installed. But we'll have a little look at and see whether we can do any sort of upgrade across the factories. Oh, we do have a build time for the chassis department, so we'll get that one built up. I think that'll be good. Those two are probably the most important departments for our upgrades. So let's continue on, and hopefully we'll get that rear wing up a flap.
On the production line earlier this week.
No.
So the entire development package for this weekend has failed.
How annoying.
Will need to be ordered from the R&D screen.
Well, we'll get that back on, and we should have it in time for Belgium. So a pretty significant upgrade due for after the summer break, but yeah, it is disappointing. Week in, week out, we're just not getting the developments through, and it is holding up our progress at the moment. But that's part of the challenge. We got to build it up, and hopefully we will get there in terms of performance. Now, one thing I am going to do for this race is turn it on to a medium session, so it will be only 18 laps, just sort of time permitting, and also, you know, not a lot happens around Hungary as well, so we'll reduce that race length to 18 laps. Still should be a good Grand Prix, and we'll see you for qualifying and see how we get on this weekend. Well, here we go then. Let's take on a lap of the Hungaro ring. Pace has been okay this weekend, not our strongest, but we did comfortably complete all of the practice programs, which is usually a good sign that you're going to be on about the pace that you expect. But you never ever know going into qualifying. Now, this is our first soft tyre run. Up here. Absolutely beautiful. Take that. You then have to come around there, try and avoid that inside curb into the tricky chicane, which you can take a lot quicker this year because the curbs are generally more accepting. A little bit wide there though, so now have to slow it right down and abandon the lap. Here we come on our second lap. Didn't really have enough deployment until 1:18.5 though. Here we go then. Last chance saloon in this qualifying session. Well, this ain't great, is it? Seem to have gained a position though. Somebody's had their time deleted. Not sure who or why. Here we come then. around the final corner. Hold it much tighter this time. We come across the line. Oh, but it's only 17th. And we're out in Q1 for the first time in quite a while. But yeah, that's a disappointment. And Nico Hulkenberg through. So he put in a time that was good enough, but that was a scrappy lap from us at the end. And by the slimmest of margins, we're out in Q1 along with Mick Schumacher, Yuki Tsunoda, Alex Albon, Daniel Ricciardo, and Nicholas Latifi. A lot of work to do in the Grand Prix.
It's race day in Budapest as we get ready for another round of Formula One action. We don't expect too many retirements at this circuit. There are plenty of current and former drivers with flawless finish rates here, in particular Ralf Schumacher, who made it across the line in all 10 of his Hungarian Grand Prix starts. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who will start from P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Perez, George Russell, and Hamilton, Bottas, Fernando Alonso, Norris, and Pierre Gasly, Ocon, Magnussen, Nico Hulkenberg, and Joe, Stroll, the captain, Mick Schumacher, and Alex Albon, Ricciardo, Latifi, Vettel, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty, and Yuki Tsunoda. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today.
Here we go then, ready for the Grand Prix, and looks like we're going to be starting on soft tyres, which is interesting. Okay, let's go for that. Let's pop that down a little bit, and let's get into the race. Here we go.
The formation lap gets underway, and every driver will be looking to settle in for the race ahead.
So you can see everybody except Perez and Russell on soft tyres, which is a very interesting strategy. I'm not sure we would have all been going soft had it been a 50% race, but we will see. Can Nico Hulkenberg go and get his first points?
Cars take their positions on the grid, with the drivers and teams making their final preparations.
It's going to be the tough question today. Can Nico Hulkenberg get his first points? He's out-qualified us. He's shown he is a very, very quick driver. He's putting us under pressure, which is good to see. This is what we wanted. Piastri wasn't really offering us that. But there he goes, lining up into 13th position. We are going to be 16th, moving 1 forward after grid penalties. But we know the start is very important here, and we've got to try and hang it down the inside and make some positions up. So here we go. We're ready for the lights. Lights out, away we go here in Hungary. It's a great start off the grid for us, but second phase of the start is where we usually lose positions, and Albon duly delivers there, but we have got a big gap down the inside to go down here, but we're going to get boxed in. Oh, that was very, very close, and we've got a bit of side pod damage.
The underbody's taken a little damage. Just watch
That's
out.
annoying, because that has virtually ruined our Grand Prix before it's even started. But still, very close racing up ahead. There may well be more contact. Try and go down the inside of Lance Stroll here. Wow, nearly lost our front wing there because he had to take avoiding action from Hulkenberg up ahead, who's side by side with K-Mag now. Those two have no love lost between them.
Okay, the start was fine. Let's try and move forward.
Got to try and Make the most of this. Gotta get past Lance Stroll very, very quickly here. Still side by side going into this final corner. Ocon and Magnussen this time. As we got behind us, Albon seem to have sort of escaped the clutches of those guys. Yeah, we are going to pick up drag with a little bit of damage, unfortunately. Hülkenberg still fighting with Magnussen up ahead, who's fighting with Ocon. Just feel like we need to bide our time here and not rush anything.
DRS is being enabled this lap.
Well, look at this. There are lots and lots of cars side by side, namely Stroll and Nico Hülkenberg at the moment. Got to try and take advantage. Not going to happen though. There will be some contact at some stage between the guys ahead. Still battling out as we head towards the very fast left-hander here. But yeah, just can't find a way past. It's just so tight. When you feel like we are quicker than all of these guys up ahead, but it's just not happening at the moment. DRS enabled. This is going to be the definition of a DRS train, essentially. Well, Hülkenberg makes a mistake, loses out to Ocon. Kind of tempted to come in and get into some clear air here.
Let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
Here we go then, into the pit lane.
And it looks like
I know that that's a very early pit stop, but I think we need the clear air. I really do. We've obviously got a little bit of side pod damage, but got to see what we can do here. Good pit stop.
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
I do think these mediums will last all the way to the end of the Grand Prix. Okay, so some of the guys ahead are in the pits now.
Our gap to the car in front is
20.9
seconds.
Who was battling Hülkenberg. He's just come out the pits, so try and catch up to him.
The car ahead's coming to fit the mediums. Car ahead now running medium tyres.
Go then, quite a gaggle of cars now.
Amount of time to the car behind. Let's keep pushing.
There we go, we are past all of them. And there goes Mick Schumacher, perhaps having a little look. But we managed to stay in front. Well, we still come out behind Lance Stroll. Ridiculously. He's gone onto the hard tyres though, which are going to be much harder to warm up.
Gap to your teammate ahead is 7.5 seconds.
Well, there goes Mick. Around the outside. We try and hold, and just about do hold on, but it's our tyre temps that are the problem at the moment. We just can't get them into the right window. They're overheating, and that means we can't quite push as hard as we want to.
Push for a safety car right now, just be careful.
Well, there goes Yuki. Try and lunge it. Oh, that was close. We lost out to Yuki then. Just going backwards in this race. tyre temps just can't keep them down.
Some of these tyres.
Well, there goes Schumacher and Vettel. Well, hanging them around the inside there.
Okay,
But this could be nasty.
Remaining.
Oh, we lose our front wing. Well, that was a little bit clumsy from ourselves. I mean, to be fair, you know, we tried the switcheroo and he just sort of slowed down and, well, we've lost our front wing, and I think that might be it for this Grand Prix. I'm not sure there's any point continuing. We're just going to park up and Mick Schumacher out of the Grand Prix. Not entirely sure what happened to him, but our third DNF of the season, it's not gone to plan. Never mind.
There'll be smiles at the factory after that one. A great race and a real team performance to take victory here in Hungary. Natalie Pinkham, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
I think a large part of the result comes down to temperament. They were able to keep their head when everyone around them was losing theirs, and that has allowed them to get the best out of the car, to maximise the strategy and stay out of trouble.
Here come our winners now. A thrilling race and a tremendous effort by Ferrari. Their history is well known, so it's no surprise to fans the world over to see them come out on top once again. Charles Leclerc, currently leading the championship standings, extends his lead even further with this result. So let's see how the drivers' standings have changed. Let's focus on driver of the day, Natalie Pinkham. Come on, who do you pick?
Today, I think I'll give it to the Haas driver.
Let's move on to the constructors. Ferrari continue to extend the gap at the top of the table. Meanwhile, good work from Aston Martin this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
Well, there you have it then. Charles Leclerc leads a 1-2 for Ferrari. Perez finishes third, Russell fourth, Hamilton fifth, and Max Verstappen in sixth. If we have a little look at the drivers' standings, Leclerc 97 points ahead of Max Verstappen at this point, and almost certain to win his first world title. Constructors-wise, Ferrari dominating the championship. We are still in 7th place. Amazingly enough, we're down to 10th in the drivers. Nico Hülkenberg still yet to score. But that's where we're going to leave it for today. After the summer break, we are going to have a great run-in for the season. There's going to be plenty of upgrades on the car. We should hopefully be a lot more competitive going into the next Grand Prix. So if you have enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 content. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching and goodbye.